Welcome back to Philippine Uncut. I'm Buddy Cunanan. Tonight's topic is, what is naturopathy? And joining us still are Dr. Elizabeth Micaller, who is a naturopath, and Mr. Angelo Song, who is the owner of Sugarleaf Cafe.
Yes.
Okay. So welcome back to our last segment. And you know, we paused, we stopped there, we ended our second segment by talking about vegetables and how these are being subjected to all sorts of nasty things. Like you talk about cucumbers
pesticide.
being and calamansi being dunked in formaldehyde.
Formaldehyde.
They're
right?
embalmed.
They're embalmed. So when you eat it, you're embalming yourself even before you're dead.
You're dead.
But I mean, the thing is, you know, it seems like wherever you go, there's no escaping all of these things. No, I mean, so I mean, how does one now navigate the the culinary tradition of life? When everything that you just mentioned, you go to the market, even a wet market or public market, and all the stuff you buy there has been tampered with in one way or another.
Well,
pesticide, formaldehyde, whatever.
Well, you have to take responsibility for your own health and then find out where the good sources are. It's better to buy from your neighborhood little garden where you know they didn't put formaldehyde. You know, there are a lot of subdivisions now, the empty lots. They let them plant vegetables and then they sell it to the villagers. And so there are also these really responsible growers, and they don't have it. Plus, of course, you have the organic farmers, but as you said, it must be costlier. But in truth, it's not costlier. If you go healthy and you remove the junk from your diet, it's a very big load out of your budget.
Define junk.
All of those that are processed.
Canned goods,
everything that is processed.
hot dogs, bacon,
junk food,
all that,
all
that stuff.
All that
Processed
is processed,
foods.
yes.
Yikes.
No, but there are also like processed foods that have that use organic ingredients, and they don't like tamper with it by putting what do you call this, preservatives, artificial colors and flavors. In fact, if I could discuss, this is a gift basket that we put together because again, as I mentioned, our organic market is really a showcase. We like to call ourselves like a showcase of different entrepreneurs, whether small home-based people who makes different stuff, to bigger manufacturers or importers of products. So this is just a sample of what we have. For instance, we have all of these nice teas that use medicinal plants, and then again the bread. Basically, all the stuff that they eat in our menu, it's something that they can purchase and prepare back home. This is a juice. It has different kinds of berries, which is an antioxidant. This comes from the UK.
Okay.
And then this is actually like a seasoning. All of those seasoning that has a lot of salt and MSG. This one is actually made from coconut, and it's sweetened with coconut sugar and sea salt. And then we have gluten-free. A lot of people, there's always talk about, people looking for gluten-free products because they have sensitivities towards it. So we partnered with, celiac disease. So we have, this is just some cookies that you can put in a gift basket, and then, it goes very well. And then we have this very nice
salad dressing,
salad dressing, and it's a flavored olive oil, and it's organic. And then it's made by a lady that I met, and then it was taught to her by her Swiss mother-in-law. Coconut sugar, and that's sweetened. So this is like a salabat, but in an instant form, so you don't have to make it yourself. And this one, again, as I mentioned, this is sea salt. So let's not use iodized salt. I mean, even though that was promoted by the government.
It was promoted by the DOH.
It was promoted by the DOH back in the 80s. But because
there is a law that says you have to sell only iodized salt, because people are supposed to have had thyroid illness.
Sure.
Yeah, that was in the 80s. When, a lot
it still is being implemented.
So this is actually illegal. But anyway,
That's
we're illegal. However,
breaking the law.
Natural sea salt also has, so many other nutrients and minerals aside from iodine. But they just want to boost.
Salt? What's wrong with iodized salt?
It's a chemical process, and they bombard the salt, with that chemical.
Yeah.
And what happens is it compromises the natural minerals present in the salt. So as long as, of course, again, as I mentioned, the sea salt is something that you should use if you and your family is able to have a nice balanced, balanced diet, 3 meals a day. But again, as I mentioned, right, back in the 80s, there was a high incidence of thyroid problems.
That's why the government probably launched this program. No, but see, this is all very nice. But let's say in our daily lives, so we go out, we like to eat out. I mean, you can't really control what you order in a restaurant. So I guess
So
I have a question.
Make a balance.
I have an answer to that. Because I know I'm Kapampangan, and Kapampangans really love their food, whether it's healthy or not. So as long as you maybe if you're in a buffet, what you do is you have a nice salad before the heavier stuff.
Sure.
Or let's say, and occasionally, I have to admit, occasionally I would still go to a fast food or maybe open a can of strawberry. But let's not make that an everyday practice. Make that like a cheat day. Don't make it just because it's convenient.
I call it violation day.
Yeah, because what happens is, if that's the stuff that you're gonna eat all the time, that's not obviously very good for you.
It's gonna pollute your body.
Yeah, and when you prepare food at home, it doesn't have to be a complicated process to cook healthy. Just make sure in your mind, choose healthier ingredients, natural, organic, not too much deep fry. And if you have to deep fry, use coconut oil. Coconut oil for cooking or coconut oil to take like a supplement because
I
it's
heard
good
that olive oil is not good for frying. No,
It's not
it
good
turns
for
into
burns
trans
very
fat, doesn't
easily,
it?
it turns into trans fat. So what you can do with olive oil is, like drizzle it on salads or just very, very light, maybe a saute. But otherwise, go for coconut oil.
Is excellent for cooking, huh?
Yeah,
Yes,
for
it's
sure.
just going to
heat
make
stable.
whatever you eat taste like with gata. That's it.
Yeah. But if you're not gonna deep fry it, just for seasoning and for Asian cooking, I mean, I'm sure it's gonna go very well with Asian flavors.
Now, let's talk about the rage now, right? And I'm sure in your cafe you have fresh juices,
That's right,
like your smoothies and stuff like that. You have this smoothie already in front of us.
Yeah.
Now, Doctora, juicing. People have turned to juicing because everyone is kind of freaked out by all these sicknesses, and they're turning to juicing as a natural way of boosting their immune system, strengthen themselves, etc., etc. What do you have to say about juicing?
That's excellent change in their lifestyle, but I have a big but.
Okay.
You only juice what's organic and pesticide free.
All right.
That's it. Don't juice just any vegetable there or any fruit there, and if you think it has not been grown organically, I'm much rather you didn't choose.
Or even peel it.
Really?
What do you think?
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm much rather. I have a friend who started, who's really in this industry, really deep into this industry of health foods, and she got sick a bit, so she said, I'm going to be healthier, and she started juicing, and a year after,
Wow.
because when they tested her pesticide rate was so high,
wow.
and because the juices,
That's scary.
it's scary. That's why
Because when you're juicing, you're like concentrating the essence of your fruits and vegetables. So
if
you
it
don't
has
want to be concentrating all of those
vegetables.
chemicals.
Now, okay. Let's take just for sake conversation that you do get all this organic stuff, and I see now people sell these affordable juicers, and apparently there's more than one kind of juicer. There's industrial type, high speed, and I understand you brought one which is actually a slow juicer.
Yeah.
Now, I think most people are familiar with the high speed one.
Yeah.
It makes this high sound.
Yeah, you turn it on, it spits out all of the pulp at the side.
And it turns your cucumber into just
Like a froth.
reduce it into a pulp, basically.
That's right.
So what is this juicer you brought now, Angelo?
Well, in Sugarleaf, we have a menu selection called Healing Juices.
All right.
So these are basically just the extracts of organic fruits and vegetables, juiced in a slow manner, in a slow juicer, and we serve it without sugar, without water, without ice. So as you see, we turn it on. It basically doesn't make any sound whatsoever. And you put in your organic fruits and vegetables inside. In this case, there's some pineapple in it.
Yeah.
And then malunggay and lemongrass. And again, the different combinations of these fruits and vegetables, when you combine it and juice it slowly, they have a marked health benefit, depends on what you're juicing. So let's say we have a juice that's for detox, a juice that's for cleaning the liver that has some beetroot in it. This one is good for immunity boosting because of the vitamin C content. So, as you can see, it's very slow.
And the slow juicing, you get the same amount of liquid out.
Actually, you get more.
You get
really
more.
If you see the pulp that's coming out, it comes out very tidily on one end, and then the juice comes out on the bottom. And a lot of people ask us when they purchase a juicer is, what happens to the fiber? Isn't that a waste? That's a very valid question.
Yeah.
However, when you're juicing, diba, Doc, when you're juicing, you're basically just wanting to get the nutrients straight into your system when you drink it. The fiber, it's a secondary health benefit. Of course, it's very good, no? So what you can do, if you have, let's say, organic pulp, that's you can put it in, you can put it in whatever, like carrots. You can put it in meatballs or soup,
Omelette
spinach.
or
You could put it in omelette. But again, the fiber is a secondary health benefit the juice, when you're juicing, is really for more of nutrition.
Now, can people buy this juicer in your store as well? So Mattstone.
Yeah, it's called Mattstone. I mean, for us, I mean, we're comfortable promoting Mattstone because we've been using it for the past 3 years in a restaurant setting, 6 days a week, practically the whole day. We use it, and we're very happy with its performance. However, you know, as long as it's slow, I mean, there are other brands of slow juicers, but trust me, I mean, this is the one that we promote because it's more durable.
And like as I said, I mean, people now, usually when they do buy juicer, and I'll say I'm guilty as charged, I have two actually. I have the industrial type, I call it industrial type, it's a fast one with the blades.
Yeah.
It looks like a blender almost, no? And so it really just goes very fast, not like this, it's very noisy. And apparently this one, as you said, is more efficient, produces more of the liquid, and it maintains the enzymes.
Yeah, that's very important because the heat sensitive, you know, some of these green leafy vegetables, the nutrients are heat sensitive. So a little increase in heat, you know, from an industrial juicer, it spins very fast. There's a metal blade, it shreds all of the produce, it generates heat. And then that is the one that compromises your nutrients. So of course, you know, and also in juicing, aside from, you know, juicing what's in season, that's always what I try to say. Juice what's in season, and then juice local because obviously it's cheaper, it's more affordable, and juice more vegetables. You know, you put a little bit of fruit, diba, Doctora,
sugar,
to make it delicious, but you don't put too much fruit because, you know, if you have blood sugar issues, that's also
problem.
sugar.
Yes. In fact, if you're sick, we even stop all fruits.
Fruits, more vegetables. Maybe some low glycemic, you know, stuff that can make it sweet, like yakon, maybe sayotes. I guess.
Do you juice, Doctora?
Honestly?
Yes.
Very rarely. I blend. I like my fiber.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Every
because
day.
already your diet is very clean, so I mean,
every day I have
make a juice,
blended.
like a
What are the
smoothie.
musts that you have in your concoction? Huh?
Oh, I only blend fruits. I don't like. I eat my vegetables.
I eat your vegetables.
I
Makes
eat my
sense.
vegetables.
Well, anyway, guys, we have to. Unfortunately, 1 hour goes by very
Yeah,
fast.
very
Not like
fast.
this, but we're going to have another part 2 of this.
Yeah, why not?
And
Okay.
We'll
Very
go
nice.
really in depth on how to live healthier and how to live better and all that. But before we go, about 30 seconds. Quick message: where do they find you? Angelo?
So we have 2 branches. Our first branch is in Green Hills along Wilson Street, along West Green Hills. The telephone number there is 661-6639. And our second branch is in Makati. I'm there most of the time. It's telephone number 812-7323. It is at the Medicard Lifestyle Center along corner of Paseo and Buendia. So like us on Facebook, Sugarleaf PH, and our website is sugarleafph.com. So, you know, I really suggest you visit us, you eat, you dine, attend our workshops, you know, like us on Facebook. Sometimes we have a lot of health tips and recipes there. So see you there.
Yes, and finally, Doctora, quickly.
Well,
Last words.
if you want to learn naturopathy, you visit us in Philippine Institute of Naturopathic Sciences. Our website is pins88.com or .org. And we'll teach you how to be healthier the right way.
Thank you very much, Doctora. Very inspiring what you guys are doing. More power to you. And I will see you next week.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. So, guys, I hope you learned a lot about naturopathy here on Philippines Uncut. Join us again next week here in the show because we have part 2 of what is naturopathy. When Philippines Uncut returns. Thank you.
Wow.